This little bonsai doesn't look like much yet, but this is actually one of the most important stages in creating a bonsai. Because right now, the goal isn't to make it look like a bonsai. The goal is to build the tree that will eventually become one. And that means knowing what to prune. And perhaps more importantly, what not to prune. Building a bonsai takes patience. This is my young larch bonsai. It's still very much a development tree. The trunk needs more thickness, the primary branches need to develop, and I haven't completely decided what the final design is going to be. So instead of forcing a design onto it today, I'm going to let the tree tell me what it wants to become. This will be our reference view. There are three things I'm concentrating on with this tree. First, trunk development. Second, choosing the primary branches. And finally, developing the future apex. And the last part is important. I'm not going to cut this main leader today. I'm going to keep it growing. That extra growth gives the trunk more strength and thickness. Later, when the trunk has developed enough, I can make a major cut and continue the trunk from a smaller branch. Grow first, refine later. Before I remove anything, I want to identify what I'm keeping. This lower growth is valuable. Even if it doesn't end up being part of the final tree, it can help build thickness while I'm developing the trunk. This branch has a reasonable position, so I'm going to leave it. This one may eventually become one of the primary branches. And this upper growth gives me options for developing the apex. At this stage, I don't need to make every decision. I just need to keep the good options alive. There are a few things I am comfortable removing today. Dead growth, branches that cross or rub, growth that's clearly going in a direction I don't want, and shoots that have no realistic place in the future design. But if I'm unsure, I'm leaving it. There's no prize for removing the most branches. This is where bonsai can get tempting. You look at the tree and start imagining the finished bonsai. And suddenly you want to cut everything that doesn't fit that picture. I'm going to resist that temptation. This tree is still building. So I'm going to allow the strong growth to do its job. The branches can get thicker, the trunk can get stronger, And next dormant season, I'll have a much better idea of what I actually have to work with. This is roughly what I'm imagining. Not the finished tree, but a direction. This becomes the apex. This area could become the first major branch, then another branch higher up. And I'll eventually use branches on alternating sides to create depth. But the most important part is the trunk. I want taper, I want movement, and I want the branches to become progressively smaller as they move toward the apex. For now, I'm going to let this tree grow. I'll keep it healthy, keep it watered, and let the strong shoots develop. During the growing season, I can make light maintenance cuts when necessary, but I'm not going to constantly shorten everything. Larch bonsai guidance supports allowing new growth to extend when you're trying to build thickness, while maintaining pruning can be used during the growing season. Because every time I remove growth, I'm removing potential. And right now, potential is exactly what this tree needs. Big structural decisions will come when the tree is dormant. Once the needles are gone, I'll be able to see the entire structure. And that's when I'll decide which branches stay, which branches go, and where the first major trunk reduction should happen. Major larch pruning is commonly performed during dormancy, with sources recommending autumn through late winter or winter, early spring, depending on the specific goal and local climate. That's when this little tree should start taking its first real step toward becoming a bonsai. For now, there isn't much to show, and that's okay, because bonsai isn't really about the moment you make the cut. It's about everything that happens after. This tree might look almost the same when I'm finished today, but the decisions I'm making now could determine what it looks like years from now. So for now, I'm leaving the tree to grow. I'll come back to it later in the season, and then again when winter gives me a clear view of the structure. And we'll see how far this little larch can go. More calm projects, more slow transformations, one space at a time. Take care.